Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm T of Crumpets Tea and Sewing here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a sewing roundup of all the tops that I've made in 2021. I also created a playlist for the dresses and the skirts that I have made as well. So go ahead and click on that playlist and you can see the videos for the skirts and the dresses that I have made in 2021. You can also find links in my description box below if you are more interested in these top patterns and you are interested in the pattern reviews that I have created for most of these. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get into the video and I'm going to tell you all the tops that I've made in 2021. So I want to go ahead and start with the Patina Blouse. This is a pattern that is by Friday Pattern Company. It's a button front top that has this really beautiful statement collar, and also you have gathering on the sleeve head. So I really like this pattern because it's very simple to make and it's easy. It is more for your advanced beginner to your intermediate sewist, but it is simple to put together. It has a really cute back yoke on the back of the garment, and it also has gathering in the back between the yoke as well, the yoke and the bottom of the top. So I really like this top. I made two versions of it. The first version that I created is with this beautiful cotton ball fabric. It's like a mustard color and it has floral details going throughout the fabric. It's such a beautiful fabric and it's comfortable to wear. The pattern also includes a cuff that you can put on the bottom of the sleeve, so you have different sleeve variations, and with this particular pattern I decided to put the cuff on the bottom of the sleeve. So I really like the way that it looks and it fits. It's one of my favorite makes so far, and this pattern is quickly becoming a TNT of mine. The second garment that I made with this is with this beautiful challis fabric. It has leaves going throughout the fabric on a black background, and all the leaves are different colors, so it's a very colorful, beautiful piece, and I really like it. And the drape and the feel of the top just is so magnificent. So I really like the Patina Blouse. I was really happy with both of these makes, and so they are definitely on the list of successes for 2021. Next, I made the Concord tee by Cashmerette Patterns. I made two different versions of this top. Actually, I made three versions of this top. The first top that I made was for Fabric Mart Fabrics. It was a collaboration for Fabric Mart Fabrics, and I made a black, it's a rayon jersey black top. So it's nothing spectacular. It was just a plain simple black top, but the first version that I made was so big that I decided I really wanted to go in and do another version of this and try it again. And so I made another one with a red orange, really lightweight knit. Now this knit is very, very lightweight, and so I had to line it, and so I have like a camisole underneath of it, but it turned out really, really good, and I really like it because it's comfortable. And then the last one I made is the one that I'm wearing now, and it's this purple slub fabric from Joann Fabrics. This is also a very lightweight, thin fabric, and I had to wear a camisole underneath this one as well because it's very lightweight. Now overall, I really like the Concord tee pattern. However, I do believe that you have to be careful with the type of fabrics that you choose for this pattern, but other than that, it is a really great pattern. I found that I had to go down a size, so I don't know if it's true to size, but I still have to play with the pattern a little bit more just to get an idea of where I would fit on the size range or on the scale for Cashmerette patterns for this Concord tee. And other than that, it's a really great pattern. I love the fit of this purple one. And then also that red orange color, that the fit of that one was perfect as well. And I went down a size with both of these, the red version and the purple version from the black version. So the black version I did a size 16, and then for the red orange color and the purple version I did a size 14, and so I went down the size, and so those fit much better and I really like them. I also made the Burda Style 6329. This was my Christmas top. It's a red velvet Christmas top. I really love this pattern. It has pleats on the neckline. It has a little bit of a higher neckline, almost not a boat neckline, but it has a really high neckline. I really like the lower necklines, like the scoop necklines. So I think I will alter this pattern to get a lower cut. But other than that, I really love the pattern. The other issue that I had with the pattern is that the pattern calls for darts on the shoulder. And so it's a little bit of a bubble on both of my shoulders because of that dart being there. And I think it has something to do with the fact that it's a velvet fabric. And so I want to make an alteration there. But if you want to learn more about you know, some of the ideas and things like that I have for that pattern, check out the pattern review for that. I also made the Butterick B6710. This pattern was used with a fabric that was sponsored to me by Minerva. I also love this fabric. I love the drape. It's a viscose fabric. It's a navy and cream colored viscose fabric. It has floral details going throughout the fabric. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful fabric. This was a more recent make. I think I made this in December, and it's a button front pattern. So the pattern that I use is a button front pattern, and it has this V neckline. Really cute. You have different options for sleeves. You can also, if you decide, you can also put a tie around the neckline. It's a really cute pattern. I had fun making the pattern. I would, however, do some adjustments, some slight adjustments, maybe to the arm. I think the sleeve, I need to bring it up just a little bit. But other than that, it was a really fun pattern, and I really enjoyed making that pattern. I made the Simplicity S9385. This was another Minerva make that I made, and this was with I made this particular pattern with the black and white abstract dotted fabric. This is a jersey knit fabric. It's such a beautiful fabric. I had a hard time choosing exactly what pattern I wanted to use, but once I chose the pattern and I did a few mock-ups of it, it turned out lovely. I really love this pattern. The only thing that I would caution you with is the neckline. I found that the neckline, the band for the neckline was too big, and so I had to size it down quite a bit. If I can remember correctly, I believe I took out somewhere between 2 to 3 inches in length for the neckband because it was just way too long. So I had to work on the neckband, but once I worked on that neckband and the neckline, the pattern, the pattern and the top just went together smoothly, and it was just such a beautiful make. I really like it because it's comfortable to wear and I can just throw it on. I have worn this about 3 or 4 times since I've made it. It's just such an easy make to just throw on and just run out of the house with, and so I really like that pattern. I made the Simplicity S92673, which is a cute little pattern that has raglan sleeves. You have 2 different sleeve variations. You could do a flutter sleeve or you could do a really long sleeve. And I really like this pattern because it has elastic that goes on the shoulder, and it's such a cute design. I really love it. I made, let's see, I think I made 3 versions of this top. I made a version with a rayon challis burgundy fabric, and then I made a version that was from a Fabric Mart Fabrics that I purchased. It's such a beautiful white and red crimson fabric with floral details on it. Such a cute top. So, and I think I made, did I make another one? I can't remember, but I'll put all the images here of all the designs that I have created. It's just such a fun top, and I found that it was easy to make, and I definitely would say that this is for your beginners and advanced beginners. I made the Burda 6221, which is a dress, but I turned it into a top. So this is a pattern that I used for my fall fabric. So the one fabric is with the one fabric I used is a brown rustic floral fabric. And this is just such a beautiful drapey rayon fabric. I really love the the color scheme, and then also the type of fabric that it is, the rayon. It just, everything just went together so smoothly. Everything from the color of the top, the drape of the top, the pattern, everything just went together so smoothly with this one, and I really love the way that this top turned out. And I also made a second one out of, again, that red and white and black crimson floral fabric from Fabric Mart. So I really like the two tops that I was able to get out of that pattern. I made the New Look 6808, which is another fabric that was sponsored to me by Minerva, and this is a mauve floral white and red fabric. It's a floral fabric. I love my florals, everyone. So this pattern was so simple and easy to sew. You have multiple variations that you can choose. I went with the most basic variation. All the variations have a side zipper, which is easy for you to be able to slip on and then zip up or zip down, because it zips down on your, I believe it's your left side. So it's a really simple, easy pattern. The pattern itself is very easy, even though you have like all these different variations in the pattern. You could select the very simple version, which would include, I think, maybe three, at the most, maybe 3 pattern pieces. So it's a very simple, easy pattern. No, 4 pattern pieces, sorry, because you have your back neck facings and your front neck facings, your front and your back. So it's just a simple design, and I really love this pattern, and I love how I paired it with my New Look skirt. So yeah, love that pattern. I made the McCall's M7985. Now this is a Kalia Eili pattern, and I made this with this gorgeous fabric that was sponsored to me by Natita for being an ambassador for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. And if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a challenge that Natita hosts every year. It's called the Black History Month Pattern Designers Challenge. So this top was so easy to put together. I really love this pattern. I might make it again this year. I'm not for certain. I might make it again. The only issue I had was with the neckline, and that was because the collar just would not wrap around my neck. I don't know if it's the pattern or just the dimensions of my neck, if my neck is too thick for the pattern, but that's the only issue that I had, and I would definitely make those corrections if I were to make it again. I think it would be a very simple and easy modification to do, and so I would definitely recommend that pattern. I made 2 versions of the McCall's M8198. Now this is a pattern that has like a notch collar. You have different variations. You can make a version with a drawstring. You can make a version with an elasticated band. That's at the bottom of the top. It's just all different types of versions that you can actually make here. And I made the version that has the drawstring in the waistline, that cinches in the waistline. And I made, like I said, 2 versions. I made one with this beautiful cotton lawn fabric. I think it's a Lady McElroy fabric from Minerva. Now that fabric was actually sponsored to me. It was a remnant from the dress that I made, the Magnolia dress that I have made. So I had a remnant left, and that's what I made with the remnant. It's such a beautiful top. However, I really didn't like this top on my frame. I have to be honest. I didn't like the top. I just didn't like it on myself. I also made the Hawaiian version. So the Hawaiian, it's a white background and the floral details are burgundy, and you have some green leaves, and I think it's like orange colors or maybe yellow or something like that. I made the Butterick B4685 with this beautiful black floral poplin cotton that was sponsored to me by Zulu Fabrics, and I really like this top. I have a pattern review of this one, but this pattern review I did about almost 2 years ago, maybe 1.5 years ago. So I'll make sure that I put the link in the description box below, because you would have to sift through a lot of videos to get to it. So I'll definitely put the link to that one in the description box below. I love this pattern because it's very simple and easy. I love the neckline. I really like lower necklines because it opens up my neck, and it just makes my neck and and my shoulders look a little bit more flattering. And so I really like the elastic detail that goes around the neckline. You have different options of sleeves that you can make. I made the 3/4 length sleeve with a little ruffle at the bottom. And for this top, I actually altered the top, and I sheared the bottom section of the top so that I can get some shearing on the bottom. And so it really cinches in my waist and really makes it look a little bit more flattering. And you can see in my pictures, I styled it with that McCall's M8044. Every time I wear it or I post pictures, people assume it's a dress, but it's not. It's a 2-piece set, and I really like the way that it actually looks like a dress. It's a really nice design, I think, to have the shearing at the bottom of the top. So I really like the way that that top turned out. And I have worn it maybe twice last year, and I'm hoping to get more wear out of it this year because I really love that top. I made the Butterick B6814 with this beautiful black and white floral fabric that was sponsored to me by Fabric Mart. It's such a beautiful, beautiful top. The pattern features a top that has a flounce around the neckline, and you have different sleeve variations. So you can make a sleeve with a nice billow sleeve with elastic at the bottom of the sleeve, or you can make a sleeve that has a flounce on the sleeve. It's a very versatile pattern. It's very fun to make. It's very easy to sew. It's semi-loose fitting, so you can actually dress the pattern up or dress it down because you have different fabrics that you can choose. So there are a variety of fabrics that you could choose for this pattern. And I also like it because it has a V neckline. Now for my mock-up, I used a crinkle challis fabric that does not have of the flounce around the neckline. So you can definitely use this pattern and you can omit the flounce around the neckline because the pattern has facings, and so you don't have to worry about that at all. So it's a very versatile pattern and I really like it, and I would definitely recommend this one to your advanced beginners. Finally, I made the Lottie blouse by Simple Sew. Now, I started this project in December, but I have still been working on it in January. I just completed it today before making this video. So I made two versions of this top. I made a, I think it's either cheetah or leopard print, which is brown, black, and it has some cream in it. And then for my tie detail, I decided to go with a contrast color, and that contrast color is a black tie. I really love this top. I'll give you a sneak peek. I have not done the pattern review or the reveal for this top, so I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. I also made a hunter green and black polka dotted version as well, and so the main fabric is with the sponsored fabric from Minerva, and it's a hunter green and a black polka dotted garment, and the contrast on the neckline is a black tie as well. So I'm really excited with how these two tops turned out. I think these two tops are probably going to be my favorite of the year. I especially love the leopard print version of it, and it's really interesting because that leopard print was kind of like a mock-up before I did the green version, but I absolutely love the leopard print version, and it's one of my favorite makes of the year. I can definitely see wearing this quite a bit. I love it because it's very smooth to wear. It's simple, and also it's a crinkle type fabric, but it doesn't have like that rough crepe feel. So I really love this garment, and I'm hoping to get quite a bit of wear out of it. But like I said, I have not done the pattern review. Stay tuned to the pattern review, and I'll tell you more about these two makes, specifically the Minerva sponsored fabric, because that's going to be the highlight of the video. I'll talk more about the fabric, and I'll talk about and if you've been following me on Instagram, you probably have already seen a lot of my progress with that hunter green polka dot version. However, I want to make a video for those of you who have not seen it, and then also you can get more detail about the Lottie blouse, and then also how I styled it and how I put it all together. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys.